What's going on, everybody? What a fantastic and exciting day of Sunday football in Week 15 of 2016. We're going to jump right into it. Listen, man, I did not expect this to happen. If you guys watched this game, it was very, very cold conditions. The Titans seemed like they were just going to give up. They rallied to score 12 in the fourth and suck up, bro. The guy's name is Suck Up. He hits that field goal. I can't believe he made it. I don't think he believed he made it. But the Titans have shown that they can beat teams that are really, really decent. Look, you know what it is? We get used to being accustomed to the way that we're used to seeing things, if that makes any sense. For instance, we know the Titans have sucked for a long time, so we expect the worst from the Titans. It's just the way the mind works. It's not something that we should be ashamed of. If somebody sucks, we automatically believe that they're always going to suck if it's been a real recurring type of thing. And the Titans have been really bad for a long time. But let me tell you something, man. That was a huge win against a Chiefs team that was red hot. And listen, the Titans are peaking at the right time. We're going to get to the Vikings later and how bad they are right now. But when you're really, really good coming out of the gate, sometimes you can maintain it, sometimes you can't. The Titans came out. I thought that they showed that they can compete. Even though they lost some games that they probably should have won because they collapsed in the end. I thought that they should have won a lot of the games that they actually lost. But at the end of the day, we only look for wins and losses, so it's still in the loss column. But they've shown that they could compete with any team in the league. And they have the tools. They have the running game. You know, Derrick Henry. They have, you know, what is the other douche that was on the Dallas Cowboys, and then they just he said DeMarco Murray. And of course they got Marcus Mariota, and their offensive line is very, very stout. So I think that they can compete with any team right now. Like, they've beaten really, really good teams. So you can't discredit them at this point. I know I can. I got to give them their respect. As far as the Chiefs go, did you see Andy Reid's face after Sucker made that field goal? He couldn't believe it, and neither could I. I was stunned. I was shocked, bro. It was no way possible that I thought he was going to make that field goal. And especially after they went for two, after they scored late in the game, I thought that Malarkey should have been fired. I thought he should have been fired even though they still won the game. But this was a real thriller. I really enjoyed this game. I was flipping back and forth. But this game really caught my attention because I really thought the Chiefs would show their dominance with this win. And they didn't. They came up short. And it is what it is. Kudos to all the Titans fans out there, man. You guys deserve that one. Steelers and the Bengals. How is Marvin Lewis still a coach? I don't know how he gave up this comeback victory, but then again, I do know because he's Marvin Lewis, and he should be fired just like the other coach, Jeff Fisher, and you know, Gus Bradley is gone now too. But it comes down to this, guys. Like I said in the beginning, we get so used to the guys that lose that we expect it, but their head coaches for so long. Sometimes the team needs a new face. I understand he's probably a great guy. You know, he probably does a lot of great things. But he's paid to win football games, and he's not doing that. So why is it so hard for you to say, you know what, we need to go into another direction. We need to start looking someplace else. We need to figure out exactly, you know, if there's somebody else that can give this team a spark. You have to do it for your fan base. You have to do it for the team. Even though the team likes him, you know, allegedly a lot of the guys from inside the locker room say that they like him a lot. It's not working out for the Bengals. The Steelers started off so horribly. The Steelers should not have won this game. But somehow, some way, you see Marvin Lewis running around with that stupid face on, and they find a way to lose. And it's just been the story of the Bengals, man. At least you got LeBron James. You know what I'm saying, bro? Because this guy, oh my goodness, LeBron James. Okay, so let's go right now to the Lions and the Giants. The Giants are getting extremely hot. They're coming off of a big win, beating on the Dallas Cowboys. I do like their chances simply for the fact that they're the Giants and they always win when we expect them to lose. I just don't know. Eli Manning, bro, he made some really, really good throws. I just don't know. He's just the type of guy, you just don't know what you're going to get from him. And it's very difficult to really be like, you know what? You know, it's Eli and it's OBJ because you just don't know what Eli you're going to get. But he played well enough for them to win yesterday, and I really thought the Lions had a big chance of coming away with this victory. I was actually going to bet this game, but I was scared because the Lions have been so good in the fourth quarter with the comebacks and all the stuff like that, and the team has been playing better overall. I really didn't want to go and bet against, the Lions, but I stayed away. I stayed away from this game. But the Giants really dominated this game defensively. And that was the real key. That was the part of the game that I was shocked about. I thought the Lions would, get open a little bit, but the Giants are coming together. They're starting to gel a little bit. They're starting to make plays. Eli Manning is making clutch plays. He's not making every throw. He's making the throws that matter. And that's dangerous for any team that plays the Giants, because when you have explosive receivers and you can make key throws in critical parts of games, that's what scares me about the Giants. Because defensively, yeah, I know Pierre-Paul had the sports hernia surgery, whatever like that. The dude has like one and a half hands. I'm not really concerned about that. The defense is playing well. I'm pretty sure OBJ is going to break one. He's going to break at least one, possibly two. So that's giving you 14 points right there. So the defense could hold the team to, field goals and stuff like that. The Giants are a contender. Let's just be honest about it. Like, look, guys, I'm going to tell you this right now. The Giants scare me every time they play anyone, because you don't know if they're going to win or lose. But if you get that one big break with that one key play, and it's usually a slant to OBJ, you're done. And that's pretty much the way this game went. It's just like, I know that punt had to be, the punt was called back, the OBJ ran back, but that idiot with the block in the back, I don't know what he was doing. Like, these guys, I don't know if they don't realize that they're not even involved in the play. Like, there was no need to block anybody in the back. Just stay away from the play, bro. It's just so many punts that are brought back because of morons that don't realize, hey, stop blocking guys that if you can't see their face, don't block them, idiot. Colts and Vikings. The Vikings, they disgust me. I'm going to be honest about it. I was very, very happy during the beginning of the year to see how they started off well, because you know how they ended last year. Blair Walsh project and all that stuff in the playoffs, and the kick was just way out, nowhere near the upright. And I just wanted this team to come back and show people that they could rebound. It didn't work out like that, man. The Vikings, they're disgusting, bro. They made Andrew Luck just straight foot them. You know what I'm saying? Like, this was just really, really embarrassing. It got to the point where, like, I thought that it was a joke at the end of the first quarter when it was 10-zip, and then they scored 17 points in the second quarter. I was like, you know what? The Vikings are done. But I think the Vikings fans already knew they were done. You know what I'm saying? I think they already knew, because fans know. Fans know when it's like, all right, here we go, bro. Here we go. This right here ain't going to end well. Fans already know that. So it's not a situation where they don't know that this is about to pop off. They know. The fans already know. So we have to figure out exactly where the Vikings go from here. What do they do now? Because it just, do you keep AP for next year? Like, what are you doing? I got to know what's going on. The team is just a hot mess right now. I don't know what's going on. Teddy Bridgewater getting injured in the preseason, that was huge. You got a guy, Sam Bradford, he's a total bum. I don't know. You guys got to let me know. Look, Viking fans, let me know what your plans are. Because looking at the way you guys played yesterday, I have no idea. I don't even know what to say about it. You guys let me know what you think. Jags and the Texans. Since the beginning of the year, let me just go ahead and give myself a round of applause in my mind. I told you guys Brock Osweiler is a bum and he didn't deserve the money. Yesterday, the coach decided to listen to Gmia and say, you know what? Sit down. Tom Savage came out after they started. Their first score was a safety. Revitalized the team. They came back, won the game, and Gus Bradley was immediately fired. Now, I knew Bradley was going to get fired. I didn't think he would get fired until the end of the season, but it makes sense that they fired him now, because the Jaguars, people thought that they would do a lot better than they're doing right now. And at some point, you got to say, hey, you over there, get your stuff and get the F out of my face. Because this guy, Gus Bradley, bro, I don't know what he was doing during this game. I'm going to tell you what Savage was doing, though. Tom Savage was being a savage out there on that field. I'm going to tell you that right now. Brock Osweiler won't be back next year, and I told you guys that at the beginning of the year, and you guys wrote comments. Go back to those videos. You guys wrote comments. You a hater. Gmias this. Oh, yeah, give him some time. Blah, blah, blah. Osweiler is trash. I told you guys that. And it's very, very simple to understand. Look, I've been watching football a long time. I give my honest opinion. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I accept it. I tell you guys right away, look, guys, you got me, whatever. I'm good. Yo, let's move on from it. Yo, I'm a douche, and I move on. I'm really, really good with quarterbacks, though. Like, I'm able to tell you right away after watching one or two games if a quarterback is going to be able to make it in the NFL, because we've seen how the league has changed. So you know, based on a quarterback's decisions, how often they overthrow the ball, the way they move in the pocket, you know what you're going to get. This dude, Brock Osweiler, has been a bum since he stepped on the field, bro. He's been horrible. And he got what he deserved. Kudos to Tom Savage. Sometimes all you need is an opportunity. And the people that get those opportunities do the best with it. I hope that Tom Savage goes on to possibly, get some more money by playing well or doing something and revitalize the Texans team. Just do something. I love to see the underdog get a chance. Kudos to Tom Savage and the Texans. Packers and the Bears. This game, look, bruh, you know what I don't understand? How people allow all these ridiculous comebacks. The Packers was beating the hell out of the Bears, and then they took a crazy pass from Aaron Rodgers to get a field goal range to Jordy Nelson. Was it Jordy Nelson? I think it was Jordy Nelson in the middle of the field in order to win this game. Like, why did it have to be so, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was so cold out there. Dudes, like the emblems off their stuff was flying off the C's, off the Bears jersey was just flying, the decals and stuff off helmets or whatever the hell was going on. But it was no way possible that this game should have been this close. This game should have been an outright blowout. It shouldn't have been anything to write home about. But guess what, bro? The Packers defense sucks. The Packers defense is so bad right now. Let me just touch on Montgomery. You remember when Montgomery came in and he started running the ball earlier in the season? And I was like, yo, this guy is the answer to helping Aaron Rodgers. And guys are like, but Eddie Lacy. I told you guys, Eddie Lacy needs to go on a freaking slim fast diet, bro, and don't return to the team until he loses 500 pounds. Because I'm telling you right now, Montgomery, though, the dude is a stud. I told you guys this look, you can look at stuff. Don't ignore the fact that your eyes are telling you something. You can look and see visibly if you're gifted and you're blessed enough to have to have sight. For those that don't, I'm not saying it like that, but hopefully you can hear what I'm saying and we can view it together based on the way I'm saying it. If you look at the way that Montgomery is playing, it's obvious that he's the best running back on that team. And on that game, the first game they put him in, when he was at running back, and I was watching and I was like, listen, I tweeted it out, I said it in the video. This guy is the answer to helping the Packers get over the hump and to move on in the playoffs. Because he can give Aaron Rodgers that secondary run game that's needed for Aaron Rodgers to be great. Because that's all Aaron Rodgers really needs is a run game. When you could throw the ball all over the field and throw dots all game. That's why, as bad as Aaron Rodgers was playing, I couldn't call him a bum. Because I know what he can do. Look, certain guys have that it factor. He has it. But it's just sometimes it doesn't look like he's all there. I don't know if he's rattled sometimes or what the deal is, but sometimes it just feels like he's not all there. And that's what the major issue is with Aaron Rodgers. But with a run game, I know they allowed the Bears to come back and the Bears suck. And John Fox is one of those coaches that's possibly going to be fired very, very soon. But Montgomery's a stud, bro. The guy, just mark my word. I said it to you earlier in the season when I first saw him go out there. Dude is a stud. Keep an eye on Montgomery. Browns and the Bills. Bob Griffin. This guy, Bob Griffin, I don't know exactly why he's allowed to play in the NFL anymore. He is a total bum. Bob Griffin. We don't call him RG3. Bob. The dude is a jerk off. How is this guy still playing quarterback in this? He better be out of the league. Listen, this guy better be off this team. Everybody in the Browns better be fired, including the owners. Something has to happen there. This team, bro. Look, the owners have to make a decision. And it has to be done now. Fire Hugh Jackson for even believing in RG3. I mean, Bob. You know what it is? I don't really know if that's the right thing to do. No. You know what? Because sometimes you got to give somebody a chance. RG3 is Bob, whatever. Listen, he has to go. That dude has to go. He has to leave right now. He has to just walk away. Don't say nothing to nobody. Take his locker with him on his shoulders and walk out of the stadium. The dude is a bum. Point blank, period. Dude is a bum. It is what it is. Eagles and the Ravens. The Eagles is another team that I thought would be able to make a lot of noise. And the only noise that they're making now is screaming because they're getting raped every week. But this is the problem. The Ravens were supposed to, if you really look at this game overall, they allowed the Eagles to do a lot of things to come back into this game. It was a close game throughout. And the Ravens at the end of the day, they stepped up, played great defense, locked up, and they got the win. All right. Everything is cool about that. The only thing is this. The Eagles are showing that they have no consistency at all. Offensively, defensively, you don't know what you're going to get week to week. Carson Wentz, I like him as the future, though. I do like, let me just say that. I love his energy. I love his motivation. I love what he brings to the table. The wide receivers on the team, Jordan Matthews, Aguilar, those boys, they got a lot of growing up to do. They got to be able to catch the ball. Listen, Sproles is a solid back. He might have to go. A lot of dudes have to. Listen, I don't want to talk about Ryan Matthews. Listen, guys gonna have to go. I don't care. They're gonna be like, yeah, but he made good plays. Nah, listen, bro. I watched this game. Certain things has to be done. Changes have to be made. Okay? In order for you to be where you want to be, and I know the Eagles are in a rebuilding process and they're still working on it and stuff like that, changes have to be made. That is the only way for progress. The Ravens, kudos to them, bro. These dudes are out there balling. I did not think that they would be 8-6 at this point. I did not. So let me just digress. I don't know what the F they're doing, but congratulations. 49ers and Falcons. The 49ers are the worst team I've seen in a long time, and they have one win. The 49ers are possibly worse than the Browns. The Falcons, they did what they're supposed to do. They saw some punk mother effers, and they took care of business. Point blank, period, done. Falcons did what they were supposed to do. They're ready to go. I think that if they can stay healthy and work it out, with their two-headed monster, Devontae Freeman, Tevin Coleman, they can do what they got to do. We got to get guys back healthy. We got to get Jones back healthy. Matt Ryan has to be ready to do what he has to do. Falcons can make some noise. Okay? Falcons can make some noise. I'm not going to sit up here and tell you guys otherwise. Other guys, oh, bro, you're a hater because you said Matt Ryan. No, I'm not a hater. I'm telling you this right now. We have to wait to see what happens in the playoffs. If he can pull out a victory, I can say, okay, Matty Dry Ice is now Matty Ice. If he can't pull out the victory, then I was right since week 1. I wasn't living off the hype. I basically told you guys, you can do whatever you want during the regular season. I know you need the regular season to get to the playoffs, but Matty Ice has shown us before that he can be Matty Dry Ice. And that's all I'm saying. But they went out there, they saw a punk trick, and they handled their business. And that's what happened in this game. You didn't miss anything if you didn't watch it. The 49ers were being the 49ers. Fire Chip Kelly right now. Give him 3 donuts and tell him to holla. Saints and the Cardinals. Oh my, how the mighty have fallen. Carson Palmer had the nerve to say after this game that he thinks he's going to be back next year. I don't know where he's going to be back at. Listen, let me just say this right now. If Carson Palmer is a starting quarterback for the Cardinals next year, fire Bruce Arians. I don't care. I like Bruce Arians, but if he's that naive to not understand that a major portion of the losses that they took this year is because Carson Palmer likes the other team more than his own team, he deserves to be fired. Point blank, period. And you know what was funny about this game? Before this game, I was placing my bets, and I was talking to somebody, and I'm like, you know what? I like the Saints. Because, Drew Brees, he's just, the dude, even though every time you think he's done, he just comes out and just shows you he's not. So I'm like, you know what? Even though sometimes we don't know what Drew Brees we're going to get, we got to still go with Drew Brees over Carson Palmer. And wow. You know what I'm saying? Like this right here, is my swag. Like this game was outrageous, high scoring, very, very exciting. I enjoyed it very much. Not going to say I didn't, but I enjoyed Drew Brees. Carson Palmer is a bum. He is a total bum. If he is the starting quarterback of the freaking Arizona Cardinals next year, Bruce Arians will be fired by midseason. The Raiders has made their first playoff berth. Since what? Since when is that? Is that since 2002? I know it was something a long time ago. Very, very proud of them. Very, very proud of the way they fought and showed resilience in this game that they possibly could have lost was huge. The Raiders. I don't think anybody wants to really play. I don't think people want to play the Raiders because you don't really know what's going to happen. You don't know what Raider team you're going to get. And last night, it was like, what are we going to get right now? I was fully expecting the Chargers towards the end of the game to possibly pull out the win. Because the Raiders, for some reason, they like to let guys back in. Even though it was a close and a hard-fought game, everything like that, et cetera, et cetera. It was still a game where I thought the Raiders could have had complete dominance, and they didn't. They beat them, but it wasn't complete dominance. And the Chargers, you got to give Phillip Rivers a lot of credit, man. This guy played with his whole offense on IR the entire year. And I still go to bars and people are like, yo, Phillip Rivers is not an elite QB. Are you kidding me? Do you know? Listen, let's just put it like this. If Phillip Rivers wasn't on that team, the Chargers would be 0-14. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to argue with anybody, because if you guys are so ridiculous to say that Phillip Rivers is not an elite quarterback in this league and hasn't been over the last however many amount of years, you got to be kidding me. The dude's whole team is pretty much dead. They're on IR or they're in a coffin, bro. And the dude is still out there throwing to whoever he can. Old ass Antonio Gates. Listen, let me just say something to you right now. At some point, you have to man up or girl up if you're a female fan. You know I got love for my female fans as well. Shout out to all my females that watch my recaps. You have to understand, every player is not great. We all know that. But the ones that show that they can be, and even without having certain tools, they still perform, a la Phillip Rivers. How can you not put this man in the conversation of elite quarterbacks? Do you see the yards and the stuff that this guy does with the guys that are there? Keenan Allen was out, what, week 1, week 2? I don't know. His star players, bro, are gone. And the guy was still out there balling. He's always been doing that. If you look at a lot of their losses, it's usually defensively or dudes dropping passes. Phillip Rivers, in my opinion, is an elite quarterback in this league. You guys can say whatever you want. I'm not really concerned about it. I'm done. Pats and Broncos. The Broncos suck. Von Miller raped that franchise for mad cash. And, yo, I'm happy for him. I'm glad that he got his money. He deserved it. Super Bowl MVP. Did what he had to do and handle his business. But let me tell you something right now, guys. For all you got, oh, the Patriots though got Gronk. Bruh, another AFC West title though? Oh, AFC East, I mean. Why am I saying AFC West? I must be having way too much to drink. AFC East, my bad. With the Jets and all those other bums, the Dolphins and all that crap. Yeah, that's a division. And the Bills. They got another one, bro. So, you call Deflategate. Everybody's screaming out Deflategate. You suspend Tom Brady. They lose one game. Tom Brady comes back. He loses one game. And he's balling. And the Patriots are back. And everybody's gonna hate. And everybody's gonna call for a ball gate. And a spy gate. And all kind of gates with the gate. But why were the Broncos cornerbacks fighting on the sideline though? Like, what was Kubiak doing? Like, he trying to break stuff up? Is a team that disgruntled? You know what, Kubiak? You got lucky last year, bro. Might be time for you to leave too. Like, listen, I'm telling you right now, guys. If they put me in charge of handling teams, if I was your team's owner or team's general manager, you would get the best team every year. Because I'm fair, but I look at how you perform. And when the team starts doing whatever they want to do, that's a knock on the coach. I don't think I've ever seen a Patriots player, I know that Aaron Hernandez was killing people and stuff like that, but he wasn't doing it on the field. I don't ever see the Patriots go there and start doing wild stuff on the field. I don't see that. I just don't. I'm just being honest with you guys. It's certain coaches, I don't see it happen. I don't think I've seen it with the Steelers either, with Mike Tomlin. I'm trying to think of some of the coaches that I just haven't seen that kind of ridiculous behavior with, but the Patriots, you can say whatever you want to do about the Patriots, but it's a lot of organization. There's a lot of respect for the head coach, and I got to give the Patriots credit, man. That's another title, bro. That's not easy to do. It's the NFL. Let's call it what it is. It's the NFL. It ain't easy to do it. The Bucs and the Cowboys. Dak delivers. Zeke should be the MVP, in my opinion, even though Dak is playing very, very well. Should be the MVP. Should be the Rookie of the Year. Dude is out there balling. This game, Jameis Winston had tried to headbutt somebody and caused the team to get out of field goal. Well, they could have got a touchdown on that drive when he tried to defend his teammate and do a headbutt. Like I said in like 6 recaps ago, Jameis Winston emotion, I love it, but that's going to be the cause of his downfall. He has to know how to calm himself down. He has to relax. He cannot continue to do the things that he's doing if he wants his team to be successful. The Cowboys played a great game. They utilized all their tools when necessary. It started off like they weren't going to play well. They went out there, did whatever they wanted to do, and at the end of the day, even though Dak Prescott didn't go like all flashy, he was very smart with the football. He took a slide when he had to take a slide. He did what was necessary to get the win, and that's championship caliber football. When you don't make those simple mistakes and you do what's necessary to win. That's championship football. I'm telling you right now, Cowboys and Patriots look like it might be the Super Bowl. I don't know what you guys are thinking, but that's what it seems to me. Guys, let me know. What are you thinking? Hopefully you're downloading these podcasts, iHeartRadio, iTunes, Android. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, at GmiasWorld, everything. Let me know what you're thinking. Let's talk. Let's keep it very, very friendly in the comments. One love.